Hi everyone, this is Angie and Stampin' with Amore, and I have another box to share with you this week in my holiday series. And actually this one was a requested box. I actually have a follower who she wanted a box to have a treat and to hold money. So I've been working on it since she asked, and this is the box that I came up with. And so when you pull off this one, I just put a ribbon around it. You can make a belly band or whatever you like, but when you open it, it opens like that, and you can put money, or I think a gift certificate would fit in here or anything. And then you can open the side, and I have a candy bar in there. But you can put any kind of treat in there. This will actually hold like 2 of these candy bars. The space is pretty large. So this is for you, Suri. And I'm going to do the other one a little bit different because she actually won't be making them for Hanukkah. And I don't have any Hanukkah stamps this year, but I'm going to use some of the basic Hanukkah colors in this one. So let's get started in making this. And so you're going to need, this one is Night of Navy, and this piece is going to be 8 3/4 by 11 3/4. And then you're going to need another piece, and this is for the inside, and this piece is 6 3/4 by 2. And then to mat it, you'll need 2 pieces that are 6 1/2 by 3, and I'm using this. And this is from, let me see, I'll have to look and see which one this is from. I believe it's from, hold on, and let me look at this, from Seasons of Cheer. Yes, it is. And then you're going to need a piece of Very Vanilla. That's 2 1/2 by 5 1/2, and then just a piece of Very Vanilla scrap for your outside tag. So that is it. And let's get started scoring this. And I want to make sure I told you the right side. Yes, 11 3/4. Because originally I started it out as 12, and then I didn't need that little extra piece on the end, so I cut that off later. So we're going to score it first at 3 1/4, and then at 4, at 7 1/4, 8, and 11 1/4. And then we'll turn it, and we're going to score it on one end. We're going to score it at 3/4. And then on the other side, we are going to score it at 1/2. I want to make sure this is all lined up just right, because I don't want my box to be lopsided. So that's 3/4, and then 1 and 1 1/4. Okay, so that's it for the scoring. Now I know it's going to be a little difficult to see on the lines on here. I'm going to try the best I can. Now this side, it has the little it's about 1/4 of an inch here. You don't want to cut on that side. You're going to start cutting on the side that does not have the little flap on the bottom, and it's like a little 1/4 of an inch. Let's see if you can see that. I should have done this on white. But we're going to cut up the first score mark here and down here. This is going to be the top flap, so you'll see as I start cutting where we're going. And then we're going to do the same on this side. And then the next thing that I do is I'm just going to cut up each one of these side score marks to the first score mark. And I am going to cut in a little bit, just makes it easier. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. And we're going to cut a little bit different, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut. And you're going to the second score mark on this side. Okay, so now we have these 3 little flaps here. So there's 3 on this side and just the 1 on this side. Well, actually there's 2. So you can see right here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to cut these smaller ones right off here. And then we're going to do the same with this little flap here. We're going to cut that off right there. And then on this one, we're going to cut this whole top and this other one right here off also. What we're doing here is we're forming, this is to close the box. So we're just forming that extra flap there. So I'm just going to cut in a little bit here. It just makes it, when you're folding it in, a little bit easier. Okay, so it'll look like this so far. And I didn't cut that one in. And actually, we don't need this little one right here. Let's see. I have to rethink this here a minute. I have to fold it so I can. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to need this little one right here. And this is supposed to be shorter on this side. And I'll show you why in a minute. So it'll look like this. This one, we have just the one single flaps like that, just like this side. But then this middle one here, it has 2. And this is to close your box. And you'll see here in a minute. And again, I'm going to take a little bit off of here. So I hope you can see, being this paper is so dark, and I didn't think about that very well. So I'm sorry about that. So okay, the next thing that we're going to do, and use your tear-in tape for this, or a strong double-sided tape, because you don't want this part to fall apart. And then remove your backing. And you want to line this up to the edge here, but you want to go a little bit below that edge so that your flap will close properly. So I usually just try to fold this over, and then I'll bring this part up and just line up your edges there. I hope I'm all in camera here. I go a little bit below that score mark so that this will flip over flat. And then you just seal that. And also, I forgot, we don't need this, but when you come to this point, you can just cut it off. We don't need this top part, because this is where the flap folds in. So these two will fold in like that, and this goes inside. Like that. So you can open it and get your candy out of it. That's why I did that. Now this side, we're going to seal closed. And again, use your double-sided tape. And I'm going to put it on this side because I want my flap to fold down so the box will look clean. and just fold that down like that. So that's your basic box. So now let's get ready to mat it. And we're going to mat the top piece first. And I think I'll use my fast fuse for this. I love this paper. It's really pretty, these snowflakes. And then you're going to mat this top piece. And then you are going to mat this inside piece. If you want to leave it plain, you can leave it plain. I just like it a lot better matted. It just adds to it. It doesn't look unfinished. Oop. I think I got this off, although don't stick yet. Okay. And you can see without candy and stuff in there, that can pop open. It's empty. So the next thing we'll do is on this piece of Very Vanilla. Actually, I could use Whisper White on this piece, and I think I will grab a piece of Whisper White. But then I'm going to have to cut another piece because my other one is Very Vanilla. This one's Whisper White, and it'll look prettier. So let me just go ahead and cut another piece for this. It is the inside piece. It's 5.5 by 2.5. And then I'll just save the other piece for my tag. And then I'm going to use our triple corner punch. And I love this. I'm just going to fancy up the edges. It has the little slot and the two different edges. Really pretty. Love this punch. And then I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Now, the sentiments I'm using this time is on the tag. I'm going to use this A Little Something for You. And I'm also going to use these little snowflakes. And then on this one, we are using, is this the one I'm using for the inside? No, I'm going to use a different stamp set. I used it for this one. On the other one, I used the Ho 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 and the little, this little squiggle thing. That was for the other one. On this one, I'm going to use the Gift of Love, the Gift of Peace, the Gift of Health and Happiness. I just thought that was really pretty, and I'm going to use some Night of Navy. And we'll ink that up. We'll see if I can get it straight on here. That's pretty. I love that Night of Navy on there. Looks really pretty. And then I'm gonna set that aside a minute and let it dry because I can see it's a little bit wet. And then for the tag, I'm gonna use a little something. So I'm gonna just grab this in my Night of Navy again. I should have just done this all at one time. Let's see, I think I'm going to do it this way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do my snowflakes, but I'm going to stamp off a couple times so it's just really faint over that. And I'm going to use my note tag punch. Center that on there. And then again, I'm going to bring in the triple punch here, and I'm going to put a little slot in there. And I just tried, there's a little line here, so you can try to center it and then punch your little slot. Okay, so we got all the stamping ready. Now I'm going to attach this on the inside. And then the last step, I could have done this earlier, but it's to put on our little money holder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my circle punch, and this one is the 2-inch. I'm going to center it like in the middle here. I'm just going to eyeball it and put a little, it's just going to make it easier to, and again, use your double-sided tape here, because you don't want it, you want it to keep it really close to the edge, because you need that room for the money to slide in. So I try to keep it as close to the edge, like right at the edge. Or your money will be a little bit tight in there. And if you just have regular snail adhesive or something like that, just go over the edge and kind of leave it. You don't have to make, because that snail is a lot wider than this. So you can kind of go over the edge with it. And then we're going to just line this up on the edge here. And then you have your place for your money. Okay, and then now what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab some of our, this is our silver, our white ribbon. I'll have to look it up because I can't remember the name of it. And I'm going to tie a bow with this. I love this. It's so pretty. It looks snowy to me. So I'm just going to tie a bow. You'll have to play with this and turn it and twist it, because you want to have your sparkle on the outside. Grab my ribbon scissors. And then I'm going to grab a piece of our silver cording, and we're going to attach. I thought I might wrap this around too, but I'm not sure. Look and see. Now I'm just going to attach my little tag to it using this silver cording. I'm going to make it a little longer, so maybe I could just leave it and it would look cute. Sometimes you can curl this with your fingers. It'll curl, like if you just wrap it around. I don't know, you can leave it on if you want, or you can just cut it shorter. However you like it, you can play it. So that is my Hanukkah version. Although I wish I had a Hanukkah stamp, but I don't this time. But I thought those colors were cute for that. And here's the Christmas version. So if you have any questions about it, just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Hopefully you could see it with the Night of Navy. I didn't think very well. I should have just used a piece of Whisper White and it would have been easier for you to see. But I can do a diagram and post it on my blog if you want to see that. So that's the project today. If you need any supplies for this project, you can go to my blog at stampingwiththemore.com. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I would appreciate it. And if you don't have a demonstrator, I'd appreciate your business. So thank you so much, everyone, and have a blessed day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.